Imagine a town frozen in time. Buildings stand empty, windows like vacant eyes. Streets are eerily quiet. This is the reality of America's zombie towns. These are places where economic hardship has taken a heavy toll. Industries have vanished, leaving behind unemployment and decay. People have left, seeking better opportunities elsewhere. Once thriving communities now resemble ghost towns, haunted by the memories of a brighter past. In this essay, we will journey into the heart of these forgotten places. We will explore the factors that led to their decline and examine the challenges they face today. Our focus will be on 4 iconic American towns: Gary, Indiana; Detroit, Michigan; Cairo, Illinois; and Centralia, Pennsylvania. Each town tells a unique story of economic hardship, resilience, and the enduring human spirit. Join us as we uncover the stories behind the boarded-up windows and crumbling facades. We will hear from the people who still call these towns home and learn about efforts to revitalize these communities. The rise and fall of America's zombie towns are deeply intertwined with the nation's industrial history. Many of these towns flourished during the late 19th and early 20th centuries. They were centers of manufacturing, fueled by industries like steel, automobiles, and coal mining. Jobs were plentiful, and communities thrived. However, the mid-20th century brought significant changes to the American economic landscape. Globalization led to increased competition from overseas manufacturers. Automation replaced human labor in many industries. As a result, factories began to close, and jobs disappeared. The towns that were once the backbone of American industry were hit particularly hard. With their economic lifeblood gone, they struggled to adapt. Populations dwindled as people left in search of work. Buildings were abandoned, and neighborhoods fell into disrepair. The once vibrant communities became shadows of their former selves. Located on the shores of Lake Michigan, Gary, Indiana, was once a symbol of American industrial might. Founded in 1906 by the U.S. Steel Corporation, the city quickly became a major center of steel production. Thousands of workers flocked to Gary, drawn by the promise of good-paying jobs. However, Gary's fortunes changed dramatically in the 1970s. The steel industry faced stiff competition from foreign producers, and demand for American steel declined. U.S. Steel began to scale back its operations in Gary, leading to massive layoffs. The city's population plummeted from a peak of 178,000 in 1960 to just over 75,000 today. Today, Gary is a city grappling with the legacy of its industrial past. Abandoned factories and vacant lots dot the landscape. Many neighborhoods are plagued by poverty, crime, and unemployment. Yet, amidst the challenges, there are glimmers of hope. Community organizations are working to revitalize the city, and there are signs of new investment. Detroit, Michigan is synonymous with the American automobile industry. In the early 20th century, companies like Ford, General Motors, and Chrysler established their headquarters in the city, transforming it into a global center of automobile manufacturing. Detroit's population boomed as workers from across the country and around the world flocked to the Motor City. However, like Gary, Detroit's fortunes began to decline in the latter half of the 20th century. The rise of foreign automakers, coupled with automation in the industry, led to job losses and factory closures. Detroit's population fell from a peak of 1.8 million in 1950 to just over 670,000 today. Detroit's economic struggles have been well documented. The city filed for bankruptcy in 2013, the largest municipal bankruptcy filing in U.S. history. However, in recent years, there have been some encouraging signs of recovery. New businesses are opening in the city, and the population decline has slowed. Section 5, Cairo, Illinois, at the crossroads of decay. Situated at the confluence of the Ohio and Mississippi rivers, Cairo, Illinois, was once a bustling river port and transportation hub. Its strategic location at the junction of these two mighty rivers made it a prime location for trade and commerce. However, Cairo's fortunes began to wane in the mid-20th century due to a confluence of factors. Racial tensions, economic shifts, and natural disasters all played a role in Cairo's decline. The city was a major port for the steamboat industry, but the rise of railroads and trucking led to a decline in river traffic. Cairo also suffered from severe flooding, which damaged infrastructure and discouraged investment. Today, Cairo is a shadow of its former self. The population has dwindled to just over 2,000, and many buildings stand empty. The city faces significant challenges, including poverty, unemployment, and a lack of basic services. Section 6, Centralia, Pennsylvania, where the earth still burns. Centralia, Pennsylvania is a town forever marked by a disaster that began in 1962. What started as a small fire in a coal mine beneath the town quickly spread, turning into an inferno that has been burning underground ever since. The fire released toxic gases, making the town uninhabitable. The Centralia mine fire is a stark reminder of the environmental and human costs of industrial accidents. The fire forced the relocation of nearly all of Centralia's 1,000 residents. The town became a ghost town, with most of its buildings demolished. Today, Centralia is a popular destination for urban explorers and photographers, drawn by its eerie landscape and the story of the fire that continues to burn beneath its surface. The town serves as a cautionary tale about the importance of environmental responsibility and the lasting impact of industrial disasters. Section 7. A Glimmer of Hope in the Ruins. The stories of Gary, Detroit, Cairo, and Centralia are undeniably somber, but they are not without hope. Amidst the challenges, there are glimmers of optimism and resilience. Community organizations are working tirelessly to revitalize these towns, and there are signs of new investment. In Gary, there are efforts to preserve the city's rich musical heritage and attract tourists. Detroit is experiencing a resurgence in its downtown area, with new businesses and residents moving in. Cairo is working to capitalize on its location and history to attract tourism, and while Centralia remains largely abandoned, its story serves as a reminder of the importance of environmental awareness. The road to recovery for these towns will be long and arduous. It will require sustained effort, investment, and a belief in the possibility of renewal. But the spirit of resilience is alive and well in these communities. Section 8. Tourism, a lifeline for forgotten towns. One potential avenue for revitalization that has gained traction in recent years is tourism. Many zombie towns possess unique historical and cultural attractions that can draw visitors. By promoting their history, heritage, and even their current state of decay, these towns can attract tourists interested in urban exploration, photography, and experiencing a different side of America. Some towns have embraced dark tourism, offering tours of abandoned buildings and industrial ruins. Others are promoting their natural beauty, cultural heritage, or unique local businesses. Tourism can bring much-needed revenue to these struggling communities, create jobs, and help to change perceptions. Of course, tourism is not a panacea for the complex problems facing zombie towns. It is essential to approach tourism development in a sustainable and responsible manner, ensuring that it benefits the local community and does not exploit their situation. Section 9. Conclusion. A call to remember and reimagine. The decline of America's zombie towns is a stark reminder of the human cost of economic change. These towns were once symbols of American prosperity, built on the backs of hard-working men and women. Their stories should not be forgotten. By understanding the factors that led to their decline, we can learn valuable lessons about the importance of economic diversification, social equity, and environmental responsibility. While the future of these towns remains uncertain, there is always hope. By supporting community revitalization efforts, investing in these communities, and considering them as potential tourist destinations, we can help to breathe new life into these forgotten corners of America. The resilience of the human spirit, coupled with innovative thinking and a commitment to positive change, can help to write a new chapter in the story of America's zombie towns.